What's going on, everybody? Today is I'm super excited. I'm joined by none other than the King of Pikmin here for a special reaction. Thank you for joining me. Happy to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here. I wouldn't miss. Well, you haven't said what we're reacting to yet, but I wouldn't miss it. I'll let you go into that.
Well, the King of Pikmin, by the way, I'll put a link to his channel in the description below. He's got a video game channel, all things related to video games and playthroughs and stuff like that. So check it out. But he is a huge, huge fan of Moor, and that is why he is here today, because Moor just released a new song called Vivaldi Summer Storm. Sounds tight.
Yeah, to say the least. I mean, one of my favorite songs of theirs is Vivaldi's Winter. So hopefully this is, we'll see.
A good follow-up, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Years later. That song's relatively old, isn't it?
Oh, that's
that
super old.
Around.
Yeah, that one's old.
Yeah. So, anywho, what's your favorite Moor album?
Man, I like all of them, but maybe. Oh man, you put me on the spot on this one. I like all of them, but maybe I'll just say Autumnal. I'll just say Autumnal.
Autumnal. No, yeah, that's a guy. I love that album so much. But yeah, so he's an uber Moor fan. So brought him on here so we could react together. And let's do that, shall we? Enough of this chit chat.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. Rangers, go. So, I'll let you
You
take
want
the
me?
first. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what I'll say is, I just want to preface everything saying their last two albums, I wasn't a big fan of. So I've taken like a little bit of a hiatus, from Darkmoor. But I thought that was phenomenal. I mean, it's straight up just like Vivaldi's Winter instrumental, of course, and it's something I could put that on loop like all day, just like in the background while I do junk. Like honestly, like that junk, I thought it was amazing. What about you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like you said too. You're like the Darkmoor Uber fan. I'm a big fan of Darkmoor. I like them a lot. But just like you, their last two albums, it just felt a bit of a diversion from their usual quality. It was just missing that special something, that they have always brought to their albums and whatnot. But this song here just felt like a true nice like return to form. It felt like Darkmoor again.
Mhm.
I think that's part of the last two albums. It just didn't quite feel like Darkmoor.
No, I agree. I mean, the most recent album, Origins, is like closer. I feel like they went really far off with that SpaceX album or whatever they called it,
Project X.
Project X. And then they started slowly coming back into what they're known for. And Origins was a little closer, but it seems like this. I mean, it's hard to say for sure that they're going back on track from this, just because
Yeah,
it's just like a instrumental classic piece, So,
yeah,
but the fact that they're doing that gives me hope that they're getting back on track. So, but like I said, I
yeah.
could put this junk on loop for all day and just listen to it. So,
Just that real classical, neo. I know that's one of your favorite aspects of like power metals, that neoclassical vibe and Darkmoor. I mean, that's just what they have always done for the most part, and so it's right down your alley. And this song is just the guitar work, for crying out loud, is nuts.
oh
Doing
yeah,
all of that stuff, those melodies, and it's wild. And then the violin was so great. I like the video too. It looked pretty cool
it was
the way they
neat.
put it together. But yeah, just another really great rendition of a classical piece, Darkmoor style. And I actually saw on social medias they said more singles are coming,
Oh,
so they're definitely on the path to putting something together, probably in an album in the not too distant future. So yeah, I'm really excited, especially the fact that this is their first single from whatever it is they're working on. Is kind of like, okay, hey,
it's a good
this is what
omen.
we're bringing. Yeah, especially so many years after Vivaldi's Winter, right?
Oh man, that's got to be like 9 years ago at least. I mean,
Wow.
so it's not like super long, I guess, but nine
Yeah,
years.
that's quite a long time. Yeah, but I think this video marks the first time that I did an instrumental song reaction.
Well, you picked a good one.
Yeah, that's true. Although I guess with Darkmoor, like it's almost like a 70-30, like 70% chance if there'll be vocals and 30% chance it'll be instrumental, because they do love. I feel like every album's got like three instrumental tracks, maybe something like that.
There's
I
usually a
don't know.
couple.
At least two. I feel like they really like doing that. Those
Yeah.
classical renditions. So, but yeah, this was fun. Just the movements and the energy and just the musical prowess. The talent
Oh yeah. No,
behind
I
everything musically. It just
no, I agree completely. I don't have any complaints about it. So I mean, it just gets me really stoked for the future. As I said, I'm being generous when I say I dislike the last two albums. I mean, I'm not trying to like bash anything, but like when Darkmoor is like my favorite power metal band, and then they
right.
release Project X, which is just like completely different, which isn't always a bad thing, but it just really turned me off. And when you have a favorite like band and then they release something that you're just super dissatisfied with, it just, it really it
Yeah,
just hurts. So
that's kind of
I
like
was
how we
really,
felt when Sonata Arctica released the Stones Grow Her Name
mhm.
album. Was that the song or was that the album?
I think that was the album. The song they
And the
released
song,
is
I think.
yeah. They have one of their songs on there. Maybe I forget. I just
But
remember
anyway,
I
yeah,
have a
that
right from
album,
that
I was
album.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, the album after the Days of Grays was just kind of like, I don't know, it kind of turned me off from Sonata Arctica, and unfortunately, they've never really. Their acoustic adventures is nice because it's cool renditions of some of their classic songs, but as far as new album, new material goes, it kind of a similar story with Darkmoor, where it's like it just.
Not the
And
same.
again, like you said, it's not necessarily a bad thing when a band wants to explore something else or try something new. That's fine, but in this case with Darkmoor, it just feels like it just lacked. I don't
It's
know,
hard.
their
It's
spark or their
well. I'm not
essence.
not trying to be mean about it, but like it just fell short when they tried doing something different. Like it just didn't stack up or like stand out like their old material did. It didn't have like anything special about it. It just kind of was there.
Right,
I don't know.
was there 9 stellar albums and then one that just was kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like you said, Origins, is a path kind of back, and then now with this, we'll see if it gets more to that classic Darkmoor style, which would be tight. But
Yeah. To say the least, I'd be super stoked about that. So I'm curious to hear more from like the singles coming up. Sure.
can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait. We'll have to do another reaction together on the next single too.
Oh yeah. But Darkmoor for sure.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, yeah. So I think we both agree that Jump was sick. Really, really tight. Classic, great Darkmoor rendition of a classical, piece, which is something that they just do best. So, yeah. Any last words?
No, I'm just excited for the future after this because as I said many times, it was great stuff. I can't be happier with it. So T has been had today. That's for sure. Can't be in a video and not mention T at this point.
No,
You know what I mean?
classic tea, like
Classical.
Renaissance
Yeah, like I'm
age
sitting
tea,
there.
or
I've got like
whatnot.
the curls in my hair, sitting there sipping. I'm just sitting there sipping. Oh yes, yes,
And
indubitably.
like the little frilly,
Yeah, the frilly little.
sleeve and all
Yeah,
that
look at me.
stuff.
Yes.
There's some good tea in Darkmoor.
Vivaldi Summer Storm. Yes.
More tea, please.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah,
And-
good stuff.
Ending it on a good note.
Heck yeah. All right. So tea has been had. We're all in our frilly coats and sleeves and our curly hair and all that stuff, digging some classical Darkmoor renditioned music here. So that's a good day in my book. So anywho, thanks again so much for joining me for this reaction. It was a hoot.
Of course, happy to be here as always.
Perfect. So everybody, let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this Darkmoor tune here, and are you excited for more? Are you looking forward to a new album? How long have you been listening to Darkmoor? Let's talk about it, and don't forget to check out the King of Pikmin's YouTube channel for gaming related content. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll catch you next time, Ranger.